right, what's up, folks? What's up? Let's see who's here. I'm going to say hello to everyone and try to get my head up. I'm going to do a sound check. Let me know if I'm heard. If you don't mind. I wish it was more reason to celebrate. Tonight is not a show that will make me happy, but perhaps we can keep our heads up and get into the meat and potatoes. Tonight we'll be covering the what I call the other laptop from hell, and there's been a lot of rumor, a lot of speculation, a lot of confusion, uh, and I think tonight I can at least get you into a mode of understanding. Who's here? Who's here? Let's see. Let's see who's here. I know I see Amy here. Amy's here. What up, Amy? Thank you for the flowers. And we have Kayla here. What up, Kayla? Kayla and Kayla screaming at Shibby means that Shibby is here. So what's up, Shibby? All right, Kayla, Shibby, Amy, my favorites here. What up, Luis Cuevas? What up, Luis Cuevas? What up, Sonic Landscape? What up, Precascent? Okay, and what up? Oh, Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix is here. What up, Phoenix? So good to see you. Lisa here. What up, Lisa? You're sick but listening. Well, I hope you feel better, Lisa. Let's hope so. Get some water and relax. What up, Jojo? Jojo? Nancy Drew. What up, lovely Nancy Drew here? The lovely Nancy Drew. I want to chew on ice, but I'm trying to control myself. All right. What's up, Nancy Drew? And ICY. How y'all changed my name from ICU to ICY? Caroline Catastrophe, welcome in. Bill, welcome back in, Bill. Good to see you. Caitlin Woodward, I love the hands, the wavy hands, as always. What up, Caitlin? We got some trolls in the house. I'll let them hang. All right. Anna Paula Baxter. What up, Anna Paula Baxter? Oh, you get your tidy whities? All right. Green will have to do. Yes, I see that. Phoenix, there he is. Phoenix in the house. Carol. Carol's coming in appropriately. Welcome in, Carol. Boom. Welcome to you. All right, you guys are making yourselves comfortable. All right. Sorry about that. I'm just getting my shit together here. All right. We got the Royal We. Welcome in, Royal We. What's up, you? Noe Amos. What up, Noe? What's up, Noe? All right, you guys in the house. Marianne Foster. What up, Marianne Foster? Long time no see. What you been up to? All right, JoJo. Sweet dude. Shibby. Old Mort, New Mort. What up, Old Mort? New Mort. All right. Simone. Crushing Ice. Right now, ice machine broken, so I had to use the kid's hammer to crush mine. Well, that's odd, but enjoy your ice crushing. We're going to be crushing some ice as well tonight. So. right. So, uh, like I said, I wish I was happier to be covering this material, but I am not. Oh, but let's do a quick catch up with the news before we get started. Regarding the news, um, wow, what an exciting day! What an exciting, interesting day, wasn't it? And you got to understand that every time we get proven correct, um, the trolls lose their minds. Okay, they lose their minds and they get butthurt, for lack of a better term. Yes, like a burning enema. Their rear ends ache somewhat, um, and and it's been a series of punches, right? So we had the timeline totally blasted to shit. And that's what we spoke about last night. Is the defense revealing that the timeline and the phone pings do not make sense whatsoever? I've already explained my take on that, so I'm not going to go over that again. But then this morning, what do we wake up to? But a couple more wows. And what are the wows? Well, let's see. Um, our judge realized that there would be no way in hell that she would be able to carry forward with any type of criminal contempt charges against these attorneys. And so she reluctantly, begrudgingly, uh, acquiesced to common sense and knowing that it was futile to try to do such, that it would be turned over in appeal. And she went ahead and bitched and moaned while at the same time admitting defeat. And so that was a huge thing. And then, lo and behold, simultaneously, you had Judge Benjamin Diener uh, jump ship because he knows this ship is sinking. And he knows he should have never signed that warrant. And unfortunately, he did. So the shit's just blowing up. I mean, the wheels are falling off this bus. And it's going on. And it's going on. So let's see. Okay. So maybe I should read that before I go too much further. So first, what I will do, I will read the bitching and moaning of an order. Okay. Before we get into what we're really going to do here, but the court having had this matter under advisement following a hearing conducted on March 18th, 2024, which we've gone through extensively, and having reviewed the evidence or lack thereof that was admitted at the hearing, uh, even though, remember, there was nothing admitted that had anything to do with the actual series of events leading to the leaks and following the leaks. That none of that was allowed to be admitted. Um, However, common sense still prevailed, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The arguments of the counsel and the briefs and the memorandum submitted by counsel now finds that the state proved by a preponderance of the evidence that the defense counsel, this is very immature. When have you ever heard something like this? Okay, this is odd, very odd. Because she's proving a negative with a positive. It's the most odd thing. Like it, what she should have said is found that there was no criminal contempt, but instead she prefaces the actual finding with a bunch of gaslighting and finger pointing, and it goes like this: finds that the state proved by a preponderance of evidence that the defense counsel was sloppy, negligent, and incompetent in their handling of discovery materials. Yes, those discovery materials, much of which has taken 9 months to be handed over. Remember, counsel failed to properly secure evidence, a discovery material in this matter. Counsel negligently allowed their discovery outline to be sent to an individual unrelated to this matter, Brandon Woodhouse, by the way, who just gave a plea deal because he's probably in on some kind of shit right now with these assholes. But who then disseminated that information to the public. Counsel further allowed their discovery materials to be compromised by Westerman. Well, they did not allow it. Westerman committed a crime in stealing material from the attorney, Andrew Baldwin. Counsel further allowed their discovery materials to be compromised by Westerman, who in turn provided that information to Fortson. That was not proven, by the way. It was not proven that he gave anything to Fortson. Remember when I went over that, it was Holman believing that Fortson received from Westerman, okay? But certainly Cohen received from Fortson, and then Cohen went and leaked, remember, to various podcasters and YouTubers, and we've been on his ass for a while about that. Counsel has described Westerman both as a criminal and a valued consultant and confidant. No, well, it's just like I've called people valued friends who have turned around and stabbed me straight in the fucking heart, in the eye, in the face, and in the back. And so then they become criminals in my mind and cut off, brick walled, no contact. I don't deal with narcissists. So so it's the fact that he is described as a criminal and a valued consultant and confidant. You're getting it backwards, Gull. Despite the court's findings of sloppiness, negligence, and incompetence, again, she's just slathering it on there. The state is required to prove. Oh, here's where we get into some meat, Judge Gull. The state is required to prove the counsel's conduct was willful and intentional beyond a reasonable doubt for the court to find counsel in contempt. As the state has not met that fucking burden, the court declines to find them in contempt of court for violating the protective order. So see, about 5 of those sentences preceding this statement were unnecessary and low blows. The state has also alleged that the defense counsel violated the gag order issued by the court on December 2nd, which we know was bullshit. But rightfully so, the defense counsel issued a press release on December 1st. The release contained statements that are potentially violative of the rules of professional conduct. A lot of this is potentially violative of the rules of professional conduct. So here's where it gets proper. As defense counsel's counsel, meaning what's his name, Hennessy, David Hennessy, correctly argues in his post-hearing brief, the gag order was not yet issued. As such, the court declines to find the counsel in contempt of court as no order was in place. To the extent that the press release violated the rules of professional responsibility, the trial court has no jurisdiction to enforce those rules. Exactly. And that's what he argued. As required by the rules of professional responsibility, the trial court will therefore send a copy of this order and the press release to the Office of Judicial and Attorney Regulation, where it properly belongs. Executive Director Adrian Mehring, for that office to enforce or to decide whether or not to enforce or determine counsel's alleged ethical misconduct. And I corrected her verbiage there because it is alleged. So we had that, okay? And pretty much simultaneously, you had something incredibly mind-blowing, and let's go over that, because I'm sure that's going to piss off a lot of the local trolls who love to go after us in our personal, private lives and professionally. So let's take a look at the next mind-blowing turn of events this morning. If I can manage to just wrap my head around this quickly enough, or get my hands around it. Let's see. It's been so much today. All right, let's do this. All right, let's read this one. So this one says, Circuit Court Judge leaving bench. Judge Benjamin A. Diener, judge of the Carroll Circuit Court, made the following official announcement Tuesday morning, April 30th. Judge Diener has notified Chief Justice Rush and Governor Holcomb that he is leaving the bench. His last day is April 30th, 2024, meaning it's already passed. He loves serving and signing warrants that he should not have signed, and appreciates all of the people who supported him along the way, especially Tony Liggett. Diener was first elected to the bench as Carroll County Circuit Court Judge in 2012, a native of Monticello, Indiana. Diener received a BBA degree from Indiana University and a JD degree from Barry University. Dwayne Andreas School of Law. In 2007, Diener was admitted to practice law in Texas and was an assistant attorney general with the Texas Attorney General's Office. In 2009, Diener was admitted to practice law in Indiana and was in private practice prior to assuming the bench as the judge of Carroll County Circuit Court in 2012. And he is the judge who signed a warrant he should not have and immediately stepped the fuck down and recused himself from the case. And now that the shit is hitting the fan surrounding the Delphi murders and the bad news is coming and the timeline is collapsing, and we're only 2 weeks away from trial, he is leaving or vacating the bench. So we had those bomb drops this morning, and that was quite mind-blowing. And there's no doubt that is extremely mind-blowing. Okay, now let's see. Got some more. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. Before I go too much further. Okay, let's see. I got to get this one. Forgot this one right here. I got to take care of this before we get started. And I got to go send this to the computer. And we're going to say, okay, now, so today, give me a moment to pull this up, please. Let's see. Okay, just one moment. All right. So today, we will be looking into some things that many of you have asked about, many have wondered about, and hey, the time has come. It's been years in the making, and like I said, I won't dive too deep. We will not dive too deep because there's so much to cover that we will keep it moving. So we will not be diving deep, but we will be gaining somewhat of a, let's say, we will be doing a survey into into what I call the other laptop from hell. So we know that the Hunter Biden laptop was an extremely concerning laptop. The process by which it was acquired was somewhat accidental, and in many ways, this particular laptop has a similar provenance and level of concern included in it. So we're going to go and we're going to do a quick survey of some of the contents of this laptop, and I am sure that many will be angry with me tonight. And hey, it's nothing new. People are angry at me all the time. This entire case is is surrounded by a sphere of dysfunction, gaslighting, heartache, and drama for many reasons. And so it's no surprise to me, it will be of no surprise to me that many people will be extremely upset with me for sharing some of what I was shared tonight. And after, in the next day or so, I will be including a lot of this material on the community page as community post so that you can have it for yourself, which again will be met with a lot of contention, I'm sure. And but hey, the general feeling among the populace here is that there are some in law enforcement who are not doing the right things, and that happens. So, with that being said, let's take a look. Let's start our journey into this brief survey of the laptop of Anthony Greeno and the concerning implications that might be gleaned from a look at that laptop. So what we'll do, I'm going to start you off with a little introduction here. Let's see how we're going to start this. Let's see. So I'd like to introduce you here to okay. Now this is not going to be very visible for everyone. If you have kids, please get them the hell out of the room. This is not safe for work or kids. Some of the things that we'll be talking about tonight, so fair warning, no kids. Okay. Now it's a rather long story. We're sort of going to be going backwards here. So we're going to be going backwards. Meaning, I'm going to be describing to you what things we are looking at, and after we're done with this whole thing, we'll be answering questions. So what you're looking here, like I said, we're going backwards. I'm going to show you the end of the road before I show you how we get here. Okay, so this is called sultry DVDs. Producers, okay, notice producers and buyers of adult videos. Okay, now I know it's very small, you probably can't see it. Don't worry, you'll get all of this. Producers and buyers of adult videos. Okay, and there are your typical things here. So we're just going to let this play. Okay. This next slide here. This next slide here shows it starts with your rules, and then this slide here shows that we're in Indianapolis, right? Do you live in or travel to Indianapolis? Don't live in the area, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, this slide here is called 5 inches or less. Okay, this page of the website is where they are requesting 5 inches or less. I know many of you trolls, you would have been perfect for this job here. It has been suggested that there would be an interest in males who are 5 inches or less in length. Okay. I think we have a reason for this. Okay, I think there's a clear reason for this, but let's continue. I'll let it go on. You see what they're interested in is videos that are produced plus looking for individuals. This one's called Twink Needed. We are looking to shoot a series whereby a variety of males will simply sit back, relax, and receive a fine BJ from a twink. Okay. We are looking for two guys who are young, who really like to do this. Okay. Then there's information about applications. If you want to apply to be filmed. Okay, if you want to apply to be filmed. I'm not reading all of this. I'll be putting it on the community pages in the following days. Do not worry. If you're really interested in reading, I'm not reading it. I'm giving you bullet points here. But here's an application. It directs you how to send your photos, and etc. Now you're looking at this says what we're doing is very simple. We plan to market adult videos that have been created by others or sold to us or have been produced by us. Knowing that a number of persons would love to be in an adult video and yet it's important to them to keep their identity secret, we will even produce a series whereby participants wear a mask. Okay. So you see they're looking for masked. Okay. And it says we are looking to pay. It says photographers wanted, right? Photographers wanted. Models and photographers wanted. Locations wanted. We can rent hotel rooms, blah, 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 garages. Here we go. Sell us your videos. Okay, we're looking for explicit, hardcore, amateur, et cetera, et cetera. We got privacy releases and all kind of things. Okay. Suggestions for producing content. And here you go. Now suddenly you dig up a name called alias, right? Alias. So we'll let that, that's just to show you that at one point in time it was called alias. Okay, this is showing you the year range here. So we're showing you the years that this was a thing. 2008 to 2019 with the range between 2014 and 16 being especially 2014, 2015, 2016, lots of goings on here, and even in 2019, 2018. Okay, remember these are when changes were made, by the way. Now we're going to show you again Aaliyah's DVDs. Okay, so you're looking here at Aaliyah@sultrydvds.com is the email address to contact. That is dug deep within the Wayback Machine on one of these pages from one of these years. Aaliyah@sultrydvds.com. Okay, so a glance into Aaliyah@sultrydvds.com brings up Aaliyah Martin, owner Sultry DVDs, Levittown, Pennsylvania. Oddly enough, though, also says Indianapolis area. Okay, Indianapolis. I own Sultry DVDs and I am a model. Well, I'm not buying it because we know who owns Sultry DVDs, and we will be showing you that. Okay, once again, Aaliyah Martin, Sultry DVDs model, Levittown, Pennsylvania, September 2012 to present, Greater Indianapolis. Okay. So Aaliyah Martin. Okay, now we're showing you 21 South Center Street in Flora, Indiana. 21 South Center Street. Okay. We'll be getting into why this is important now. Again, this is a cursory survey. Here we have Ted Bear, lives in Delphi, Indiana, from Tampa, Florida. Models wanted. Models wanted. Delphi, Indiana. Tampa, Florida. Okay. Again, I'm just showing you Delphi, Indiana, current city, hometown, Tampa, Florida. Now, here's where we get something interesting. We have a Warren Asher. This is Ted, an amateur photographer. Visit his website, tedbearphoto.com. Remember, I just showed you Ted Bear. Delphi, Indiana, Tampa, Florida. Okay, Warren Asher promoting Ted Bear. Well, he's promoting himself. This is Warren Asher. This is Warren Asher. In 2021. Now, I'll let you take another little gander here. I'd like to show you this. This is this right here is Warren Asher in 2017. 2017 just got me a new 2017 Road King 1750. I acquired Loki Tuesday evening. Okay, so he has named his new 2017 Road King Loki. This is Warren Asher of Fort Myers, Florida in 2017, sitting on his new bike. May of 2017. Loki. Okay. So, in our investigators taking a look into this individual, what we find is a Craig Larkins. Interestingly enough, Levittown, Pennsylvania. Levittown, Pennsylvania. Not only the owner of SultryDVDs.com, but also the owner of Hot Bod Shots or Body Shots Inc. So we'll let it go, and BodyShotsInc.com is what you'll see. Body Shots. Okay. Then you have BodyShotsInc.com. I'll let it play. Okay. Hot Bod Girls. Hot Bod Girls Advertising. HBG Advertising. Body Shots Inc. Hot Bod Girls. Indianapolis, Indiana. So we have a Levittown and a Indianapolis and Tampa. Okay. So this is getting complicated already. We're getting into tentacles here. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a couple other things here. We're going to look at Thomas Miller, indicating he may have been a trainee at Packers. Also, it's connected to a Tommy Lynn Marchand. Tommy Lynn Marchand. Okay. That's Thomas Miller. We'll explain why that's important. Like I said, we're going backwards. And you'll see that Thomas Miller is also United States Marine Corps Training Command infantryman in 2018 to present from Flora, Indiana. Okay, although in this one, we have another location. Okay, now, I'm going to show you Greeno. Okay, I showed you the address early on Center Street in Flora. I'm going to let this play here. This is Greeno at his Greeno production studio. Okay. Showing you just some shots of the Greeno production studio and just prior to the move-in. It says Sturgis 2018. Okay. All right, now we're going to look at an individual named Jericho Bergdorf. Okay, Jericho. You'll see him soon. Okay, Sturgis 2018. Greeno Productions Film Crew at gmail.com. Mm-hmm. 2018. Okay, this is some more interior. Now, looking here, you have a shot of the buildings across the street from this studio in Flora in 2018. I just want you to remember this shot. We'll get back to it. Okay. Remember this shot, please. It says tattoos on the right there. Please remember that shot. Okay, right here we have a public connection via Facebook of Warren Asher to Anthony Greeno. Warren commenting under one of Greeno's posts about WCAT investigates Flora missing woman. Okay, Kyra Boning. Okay, let's let it continue. Now here we have something interesting here. This is sent regarding Thomas P. Miller's sexual misconduct with a minor, felonies, and some drug charges in 2018, 9/11, oddly enough. I'm going to skip over who's the sender here, but it's interesting who the sender is, but oddly enough. Okay, now what you're looking at here is a message. How soon do you want to move into your place? Your place is the studio, or your place is the building in Flora that we were showing you a little earlier, and we're going to take a closer look at. How soon do you want to move in? How about tomorrow? Just got off the phone with Warren, or whatever his name is. Okay. Warren, or whatever his name is. You can have the key as soon as tomorrow. Warren, because this individual goes by several names. He's got many names, but Warren is the name here. Okay, and that's from Tommy Miller. Okay, now it gets deeper. It gets deeper. We have a Ted Bear here messaging me, and don't worry, we'll figure this out. Okay, we'll figure it out. Haven't heard from you for a while, so I thought I'd contact you to see if you have talked to and found a girl or two. I've put together a plan to get things going, but I need your assistance. First, I need at least one girl with an outgoing personality and also a list and nightclubs in a reasonable driving distance of us, so I can start to contact them to see what locations will allow us to come in and film and what locations will not. Okay, Ted Bear to me. All right. Oh, here we go. I called Tommy the other day, and he said he was in a text conversation with you at the time, and I told him to tell you that you can have the key to your place. Remember, we just read that? It was Tommy Miller telling him he can have the key. Okay. Anytime you want it, and I'm going to give you a queen-size mattress with a couch if you want them. Also, if you have the girls, I would like to meet and get some photos of them ASAP. And we can do that at your place, as I'd like to film something ASAP so we can start selling them and make some money. Since I had not heard anything from you on the subject, I thought I'd shoot you this email. Okay. Again, this is Ted Bear to me. All right. And we saw the text conversation about the key, getting the key. now we see here, I'm showing you who is messaging who, okay? Who is Ted Bear? Who is me? Well, Ted Bear is delphiphotoguy@gmail.com, okay? So pay attention to that and keep it in the back of your mind. delphiphotoguy@gmail.com is Ted Bear. Who is me? Southern Bounty TV@gmail.com. Southern Bounty TV@gmail.com. So this is Warren Asher for as one of his pseudonyms to Greeno. As you see, it's the same message, but we're just revealing who the sender receiver is. And the date, October 23rd, 2018. This is about having the girls and getting together to film them. Okay. Now, I'd like to direct your attention to the to this photo here and the name Chubber Penguin at the top of your screen. Chubber Penguin. Okay. Oh, by the way, the date. Let's not miss the date there. The date there was 2017. Okay, 2017, June 2017. June 2017. Okay, and here we have some dates. Also in 2017, May 31st, 2017 at the top. The middle left, January 15, 2017. June 12th, 2017 on your middle right, and at the bottom, you have Chubber Penguin, June 27th, 2017. My latest pics, new photographer, great guy. All right. This is Chubber Penguin in 2017, right? Okay, again here, you see the same person here, but with a name now, some side of name. Okay. All right, now we're going to stop here, okay, because I want to read this to you very closely in case you can't see it. It says, PSA, gamers are using the code word Club Penguin to obfuscate their pedo porn desires. Keep your children safe from online predators. If a gamer offers you Club Penguin, just say no. Remember, we just looked at CP, Chubber Penguin, okay, also a CP. All right, now I'm going to let this one pass so that I can read to you the next one, but just be aware, Club Penguin, to obfuscate the child predators, right? Pedo porn. Now, let's read this next one. I'll read it to you. Disney. If we can't run Club Penguin, no one can run Club Penguin updated. Okay? Update. As an update, a bunch of folks left comments suggesting that this action was fine because the guy running this Club Penguin server was recently arrested on suspicion of child porn, and that this particular server also allowed racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic, and sexual messages flow freely. Those are certainly reasons to be concerned about this server, but they are not issues that deal with via copyright. If it's reasonable to go after the people who set up the site for criminal activity, go after them for that. Copyright should not be a tool. Disney's overly aggressive copyright bullying strikes again. Apparently Disney has decided that if Disney can't run Club Penguin in a way that people want to use it, then no one should be able to run Club Penguin. And so the company has used the DMCA to take down a fan server. If you somehow missed it, Club Penguin was hugely popular virtual world in which players as cartoon penguins would hang out and interact. It was targeted at the younger set, age 6 to 14, and at one point had over 200 million users. In 2007, Disney bought the site for $350 million. Over the years, through neglect and the general evolution of what kids think is cool, Club Penguin languished and Disney shut it down. Okay. Let's turn the page. Okay, it says, such is the case with Club Penguin. It was a child-friendly MMO originally produced by New Horizon Interactive. Disney bought out the game in 2007, leading it from strength to strength. By the time it died in 2018, it was one of the most well-known kids MMOs on the internet. Now people are trying to bring it back, but Disney are shutting them down. But for once, it's actually for a pretty good reason. I'm going to read this small print because I know you can't see it. Owner of CPPS Club Penguin Online is a pedo. Riley, owner of Club Penguin Online, is allegedly exploiting said game for child pornography. The private server Club Penguin Online, not to be confused with Club Penguin Island or Rewritten, has over 1 million registered users and is moderated in-game by a specific group of young players chosen and led by the owner of the game, Riley. Information within majority of the users on this website was passed around that Riley is an adult in his early to mid-20s and gives moderation rights and access to his group in exchange for explicit images from these members who are mostly underage. Any player who mentions Riley's alleged activities or works against his favor has faced an immediate, permanent, and or IP ban. He has complete control over the server, and victims are afraid of speaking up against him due to the amount of information he has against them. Furthermore, an earlier Reddit post already shed light on the unstable and unsafe CPPS and their scams and threats. We hope you reconsider playing Club Penguin Online. If you or anyone you know have further information on that matter, please feel free to comment anonymously so as to spread awareness and confirm the severity of the matter. TLDR, CP owner Riley is a pedophile. Hide your kids, hide your wives. Posting this here as there are more subscribers. We'll cross-post later to our Club Penguin. Okay. Remember, we were looking at a girl named Chubber Penguin. Okay, please don't forget. Now, next I'm going to show you in a little better format here. Okay, these messages. Again, this is the Thomas P. Miller to Anthony Greeno. Okay. Yeah, again, I'm bringing your name to the word Warren. Okay, Warren. Just got off the phone with Warren, or whatever his name is. You can have the keys. Okay, this is Warren saying to, I called Tommy the other day and he said, you know, he was in text with you. And again, this is Delphi Photo Guy at gmail.com. Okay, October 23rd, 2018. And there's a reason I want you to pay attention that we'll look at it, at who owns that. And you're going to find that it's Warren. Okay. Okay, ignore that photo for now. Just ignore it. It's just establishing a timeline here of October 2018. That's why it's important. Okay. I've shown you this also. Once again, this is I want you to look here. Okay, this is okay. This is our individual here, and she's going to go through and show you the ownership of the email addresses. Okay, you see this individual, and I know it's very small. Like I said, this will be provided later, but showing you Delphi photo guy and the ownership of sultrydvds.com is what that is. Okay, so this is what you call receipts. Okay, these are absolute receipts for the owner of these domains, and establishing a timeline. Okay. Okay, that showed the ownership of sultrydvds.com. Okay. And now we're going to show you try to get to this this information here. Okay. Now, okay, October 2018. Same messages. Okay, October 2018. Pardon. Now, this was a ad that was taken out regarding this 21 South Center Street in downtown Florida. Anthony Greeno has opened Greeno Productions video production and photography studio, 21 South Center Street in downtown Florida. Okay, now, sorry, before I show you that, I'm going to show you this here. Okay, this here is the 21 South Center Street, Florida.
Look at here. Window display. Big area to do advertisement. We go to the front door, we look across the street.
That was Jericho there. That was Jericho. Again, I'm pointing you towards the street here. Across the street.
That's Mark Green. So we come inside and this is what
Oh, he said that's Mark Green. Okay, Mark Green. Mark Green Studio. Across the street. Again, that's
we got Jericho. Got a little thing that leads down to a basement right
we got a basement.
there. Got all that. This area here. This has two doors to open up, one right there and one right there. Nice high voltage ceilings. This is where the internet connection and everything comes through. This is the window. Okay. This is the back room. Okay, this is like the living quarter. That right there is another apartment. This is like a small little room, could be used for sound, water heater, all that stuff back here. and a bathroom with a tub.
Okay. Now I'll let this one play here. I want you to see this one. This is, once again, this is pointing out Mark Green's across the street there in Tattoo Studio, 2018. Pardon me for one moment. Sorry, I needed a drink of water. Um, I'm not sure if this froze up or not. Seems to have all right. So like I'm saying there, we got the this is the 21 South Center Street, right? And I don't know why it's replaying that. And like I said, this is across the street. We got Mark Green's place. Yeah, I think this is just replaying that video I showed you earlier. I can forward through this. There's no reason to rehash. I could have saved myself the time. I didn't know this. I had it twice here. Okay, so I'm going to move right along. Oh, Jericho. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Is it frozen again? What's going on? Damn, man. Sorry about this. Oh, man. I'm assuming we're having some freezing up happening or something like that. Unless it's just glitchy. Trying to move past this. Just want to move past this. Just give it a moment. Okay, so Jericho, right? Jericho. So you see here, the avatar here is Jericho. See that avatar? Okay, so the reason for showing you that avatar was because you remember in the little screenshot from my case of Tommy Miller's charges. Okay, that was Jericho sending. Okay, now look here. We got a We got bridge guy there, allegedly, or first old guy sketch, whatever you want to call it. You know, the thing that was no longer a person of interest and not the same as the young guy, but who is now a apparently is now supposed to be Richard Allen, because now he is a person of interest again and is the same person and is not a separate person. Okay, so let me try to shut that down. That's done. Okay. I don't know why this thing is glitching like hell. Okay. All right, so let's see. I kind of got things out of order here. Pardon me if if something comes up that you've already seen. Oh yeah, we've already done that one. Okay. We did that one. So I think we may be through those. Okay. So I showed you who the owner of all this was, right? Was this guy here. Now, interesting. At this point in time, okay, this person is now listed as a resident of Paducah, Kentucky. Paducah, Kentucky. Okay. All right. Now, you saw when we were looking, let's see, sort of having to zoom in here because it's very small in my previews. Okay, let's see. I think we're good. So I wanted to go back to this for a moment. Okay, let's see if I can skip through. Okay, so remember this guy, right? Remember this. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that guy, okay, that guy right there. Levittown, Pennsylvania. Okay. Paducah, Kentucky. Tampa, Florida. Indianapolis. And Flora. And so some of the locals have told me that this guy owned a couple storefronts, not just the studio here, but the place next door. And so right here, remember we looked here at WCAT Investigates Flora Missing Woman. So, and I said, oddly enough, that was across the street in Flora here. Okay, so let's read through this, if you don't mind. I'll try to read it for you. Florida police searching for missing 25-year-old woman after vehicle is found abandoned. October 11th, 2018, updated October 12th, 2018. Kyra Boning was found dead. Why in the heck is that? Turn those notices off. All right. Kyra Boning was found dead. All right, let me back it up. This was originally October 11, posted 2018, updated October 12, and here we're reading the October 17th, 2018 update. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Kyra Boning was found dead in Clinton County. Police said Thursday that Kyra L. Boning was last seen at about 11 p.m. on Tuesday. She allegedly had taken her boyfriend's blue 2006 Dodge Caravan minivan from their residence in Flora. Wednesday morning, sheriff deputies reportedly found the vehicle abandoned on a railroad bed at 500 East and 0 North South in Clinton County. Police say Boning's identification and other personal items were found locked inside the minivan, but she was not found in the immediate area. The uncertainty, the not knowing where she is, how she is, what happened to her. We don't even care about the whys anymore, says Les Thurston, Kyra's father. Officers from Carroll and Clinton counties have been working with the ISP, Indiana State Police, to search the area for Boning the past 2 days, but haven't turned up anything. Boning is described as being 5 foot 5 inches tall, about 130 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Police say she was last seen wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt with Fat Kid Inc. printed in black lettering on the back. She was also reportedly wearing denim capris and flat-bottom sandals. Police say Boning has tattoos on the left side of her neck and the name Mark tattooed on the right side of her neck. She also has the name Green tattooed across her stomach. Okay. Police do not believe Boning has any immediate medical issues, but she is believed to be in possession of a 9mm handgun. Boning's father, Les Thurston, tells Fox 59 that his daughter was diagnosed with bipolar disorder about 10 years ago. It causes sporadic mood adjustments. Thurston said she can be up 1 minute, down the next, specifically if she doesn't have her meds. She's a very, very intelligent girl. Thurston said Boning doesn't know anybody in the Frankfort area. She has never had any connection to this. She doesn't have any friends from here. We don't understand how she could have been in such a remote, desolated place. Okay. Anyone with information. Oh, I forgot to turn the page. I apologize for that. Okay. Anyone with information regarding Boning's whereabouts is asked to contact Florida Police or the Indiana State Police, and numbers are given. Okay. Now, this is Mark Green's. Okay, so remember, her tattoo said Mark and Green. Right? She was last seen 11 p.m. on Tuesday. And this was posted October 11th, 2018. Back to page 1. Let's look at that again. Okay. Oh, so once again, oddly enough, Mark Green's place, okay, was this place that I was pointing out to you that said tattoos. All right, so there you have a very brief survey of some concerning or interesting findings by a group of people. Now here's the most interesting thing. Okay. Oh, let's see. How do I pull this down? There we go. So there are many people that that were tipped in here, and now what I'm going to do is go through an extensive series of tips. Because I think it's important that you and that you know that the law enforcement have accountability for what they have been tipped. Okay? Fat Kid Inc., by the way, the shirt she was wearing when she went missing was Mark Green's business, Fat Kid Inc. Now, Randy Gravitt, along with Michael Catt and Greeno, were covering they were covering this, and Randy at one point said about Kyra that she was murdered. Okay, he called her death a murder, which I found interesting. Okay, her body was found outside of her van uh, on the 17th, 4 days after she was missing. Um, that was tipped in. Okay, so all of these, the fact that Gravit, Michael Catt, and Greeno covered it, and that Gravit referred to it as a murder, all of that has been tipped in. Um, a lot of this has been tipped in, and now now Thomas P. Miller. Thomas P. Miller was arrested last year on a methamphetamine charge. Remember that I am showing you that it appears that Thomas was the link between this mysterious Warren Asher, Larkins, owner of Sultry DVDs and Hot Bods, or whatever it's called. Um, Now, the odd thing about Thomas P. Miller is he ties to Jennifer Barnes Dean. Okay, Jennifer Barnes Dean Jennifer Barnes Dean had 19 plus different profiles with different names: Jennifer Dean, Jennifer Barnes Dean, Jennifer Corey Dean. Greeno had listed her as an employee at his new Florida studio. Thomas P. Miller and Jennifer Barnes Dean are also connected to Galen Rose. Sharing a location, that is Florida, Indiana, and a time. Okay. This was all submitted both to Doug Carter and Brian Harshman of ISP. Okay. Also submitted were Pamela Guy, married to Jimmy Rustler, and Jimmy Rustler, Amanda Dusek. Okay. Jericho Bergdorf, and being connected both to Delphi Photo Guy, Ted Baer, Warren Larkins, Warren Asher. These tips are all over the place. I'm going to see if I want to read some of any. So Thomas Miller was also there. There were some YouTubers were interested in some pyro pics of Thomas Miller. Okay. I'm going to be posting these for you because I don't want to read through them. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't want to read through them. I don't feel like saying what's in here, but we have the Crag Larkins, or Crag Warren Larkins, or Warren Asher, of Paducah, of Levittown, of Tampa, of Indianapolis, of Flora, of Delphi. So in this series here, what's concerning to me is that you have Thomas Miller facilitate the son of Jennifer Barnes Dean facilitating the transaction from this Warren Escher of this studio to Greeno involving Jericho and who am I leaving out? It's so complex. And then you've got Mark Green and Kyra across the street, and okay, and all in the same exact time frame, which we're dealing with 2018 in this. This website, sultrydvds.com, is operating. It's since been removed, but you've got all of these, there's just two handfuls of individuals connected here. No one's using their names. Okay, no one's using their names. For years, all of this has been secretly whispered about. And why? Why? I can't tell you why, because I don't know why. But what does concern me, I've seen many of the tips. There are so many tips. Very good tips. These tips went to Doug Carter, Brian Harshman, and someone else. I'm not here to blame anyone for anything. I am looking, just like with the Delphi murders, I'm looking at the tip-ins and saying, are you accountable for your tips? Just like the Delphi tips, because I had nothing to do with all of this. That we just, like I said, we were taking a brief survey, just a brief survey. And in that brief survey, you know, you think about what you want to think about it, and we will be discussing it momentarily in the chat. I'll take a look at the chat and discuss. But what I had been involved in this past 2 years is the tipping in to the same parties for ISP of Delphi. And there have been very good tips sent in to these investigators for Delphi and investigators for Flora. It was particularly concerning to me is the gravity of some of these tips. Now, when I became frustrated with the tip-ins to Delphi, I started having some frustration. I started leaning more on the investigators for Delphi. And for Flora, for Flora. And as we sit here, I think back and I look at what's happening today. And it occurs to me why the frustration, okay? And this is why I've decided to start to release some of the tips publicly. Because I'm looking at tip-ins over the past 2 years, very concerning information, and thinking, are you ignoring tips? Are you trashing tips? Are you not acting upon tips? Okay. So I took so many of these tips. I took it with confidence, I would say, I guess, where I say, okay, I'm sending you this tip. It's very concerning. It's very good. Now that I'm sending it to parties with the ISP that I trust, I can let it go and I can move on to something else. But if I were to be really completely honest with you, what I am, which I am tonight, I feel like getting it off my chest that as I'm sitting here now, thinking about those tip-ins over these past 2 years, I sit here with a lot of frustration because I think, were you receiving viable tips, ignoring them, deleting them? Because rarely are the tips responded to. Very rarely. And I'll even say this tonight, that there were only a couple occasions where the tips received a response. And so, like anything, you take those responses as you put more weight on the slightest response because you get somewhat of a response. So you say, okay, tip this, this, and this, and this, and on this particular tip, I get somewhat of the smallest response. So I assume that tip might be more attractive than the others. And it made me hypersensitive of what tips got responsiveness. Okay, so now I sit here tonight and I think, wow, was I fooled the whole time? Was I fooled? Have we been fooled the whole time? Have we been fooled where you have a group of people working and tipping in the results of that work, and you get the most you just get the smallest response in the world to only a few of the tips, and then you think that that sensitivity to response has caused you to focus in certain directions. Did that focus even matter? Should I have just ignored the responsiveness to the tips, and should I have even tipped at all? Because as we tipped in, you think, okay, well, that matter is being dealt with, so now I can move on to something else. And I'm thinking, hey, man, what the fuck are we doing? Like, maybe it's time to go back and think about all of that and reevaluate it. And anyway, that's the reason that I thought tonight it would be appropriate, maybe, to look at some of this rumored material. And like I said, it's things that have been held close to the vest, things that have been whispered about, and all of this, that, and the other. And I think the time for secrets is over. I guess that's what I'm saying. But I think it's time to air things publicly that have been whispered about, because you have basically very little confidence that anything that has been submitted confidentially is even looked at whatsoever. So I think it's time, and I've been saying it. Time for secrets is over. Time for secrets is over. We put the info And then law enforcement has accountability for that info as well. And that's what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at here is it's not an attack on any individual out here. It's more of a challenge to the law enforcement to say, hey, you have accountability too. You have accountability because of this. You are charged with handling what comes to you in the form of tips. You should be held accountable for those tips because having received them, there should be some sort of accountability. And so this is not an attack on Greeno. It's not an attack on Jennifer Barnstein. It's not an attack on Tommy Miller. Not an attack on Warren Asher. Not an attack on Chubber Penguin or anyone else. It's more of a testing of the steel to say, look, I think the time for trust is over. The time for trust, the time for tipping in. I mean, for me, how would I say it politically correct? Me giving a fuck about tipping in the past 6 months has not been an issue because just about December, I gave up on the tips. So no, I haven't encouraged any tipping in of anything whatsoever because I just think that that's a black hole. It's a black hole. So my challenge now is that time for secrets is over. I'm going to tip things right up here onto this channel. These are my tips now. Okay, my tips right here on this channel, right on the community page. Any tips that have been sent to ISP should be responsible for those tips having been received. And I don't know. At this point in time, no more tips will be received. It's all going right on into the community page. So I wanted to give you an understanding of where I'm at with that because it just doesn't make sense to me. And it's, you have people all over the place with their amount of confidence in law enforcement. But I really must say that when it comes to this scenario with Delphi murders and ISP, I have really lost all confidence, and it's a shame. You may remember that just a year ago, I was one of the most diehard Doug Carter supporters, meaning not only did I believe but in him, but I encouraged tips indirectly to Doug Carter and David Vito and others because I thought, hey, they're really taking care of business. Now I'll say it again. We don't know whatsoever what Richard Allen may or may not have to do with this crime. My personal belief is this crime is committed by multiple individuals. Multiple. More than one, in other words. More than one individual. You already know I have many suspicions of every single aspect of this crime. From the timeline, to the place. Remember, I constantly bring up the Ron Logan warrant where FBI agent Nicole Robertson clearly displays some things that are concerning for us. I have questions about all the statements of the family forever. And I have questions about all the actions of the locals on this internet, especially on this platform and Facebook. And the thing is, and I do have questions about Greeno. I mean, obviously, I mean, Greeno, you do threaten to kill just about everyone you ever come across. How can you explain or justify that? Parents, women, young women, older people. I mean, you threaten to kill me. You know what? Here's what I want to do. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to play this and then I'm going to take a look at the chat and we're into chat. Okay. This is my last hurrah of my speech. Just want to play this because this was not okay, Greeno.
I'm going to tell you this one time and one time only, and I hope that you get the message. I've never done anything wrong to you, and you putting Carly's name into one of your videos as a troll account is absolutely uncalled for. And I'm going to tell you right now that if you don't take that video down, and if you ever mention Carly again, I will show up at your house and I will kill you. And that is a threat. And you can tell the cops or whoever, because by the time they get there, it will already have been done. So I am telling you, take the shit down. Don't troll my personal life, my family, my friends, or anybody, and we will be perfectly fine. We have no issue. Don't create an issue.
Okay.
Take it down, dude.
Okay, let's start that again because I got a question for you, Greeno. Just one more time.
Okay, listen, dude. I'm going to tell you this one time and one time only, and I hope that you get the message.
I got it.
I've never done anything wrong to you, and you putting Carly's name into one of your videos as a troll account is absolutely uncalled for. And I'm going to tell you right now that if you don't...
And is it worth killing me over? Greeno, is it worth killing me over? Let me back that up just to ask you this.
One time and one time only, and I hope that you get the message. I've never done anything wrong to you.
Right.
And you putting Carly's name into one of your videos
is worth killing me over.
The troll account is absolutely uncalled for. And I'm going to tell you right now that if you don't take that video down, and if you ever mention Carly again, I will show up at your house and I will kill you. And that is a threat. And you can tell the cops or whoever, because by the time they get there, it will already have been done.
I did not say her name, but I'll say it now. How is Carly? Where is Carly? Okay. Let's take a look at the chat. I'm not going to go back too far, but I'll try to back it up some to say hello to everyone. And like I said, I'm sure people will be furious that I am doing what I feel is best. But let me go ahead and see what's going on in the chat. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go back to about here. Oh, welcome in, Linda K. Johnson. I see you. See you, Linda K. Carol. All right, let's see. Trolls coming in. Oh yeah, I see that. I don't know. I'll have to go back through it later. Pardon me. Scott says this is fascinating. Okay, we have a troll in here. I see. We have okay, Greeno came in. Well, Greeno, hopefully you're still in. Yes, we have questions. Let's see. Digital says, did Jennifer have a dark SUV with lots of stickers in the back window? Okay. So that's a question. That's a question there. Did Jennifer have a dark SUV with lots of stickers in the back window? Okay. If Greeno isn't responsible, he's been muddying the waters with false information and lies. Got trolls in here. Trolls in here. Okay. I'm just skipping it. So it's just nothing but a shit show in the chat, guys. What the hell was going on? Noe says Greeno and Kagan were associated directly. Tampa, Indianapolis, Florida, and Levittown, Pennsylvania. Okay. Okay. Y'all keep me up with the drama. All the drama. Okay. Okay. Greeno has a connection to this girl before her disappearing. Greeno and Mark Green and Kyra Boning. Okay, I drove all over the place trying to help locate her. Oh, it's a God thing. Thank you for that, by the way. If you actually were in the area and helped, thank you so much for going to look for her. Yeah, I mean it's pretty clear. Okay, it's pretty clear she was dumped, right? It's pretty clear. Like her father said, it's never a place she would go. Rest in peace. He's threatened to kill people nonstop, and people he's been around have died, and he's been accused by multiple people. I don't think it's okay to ever threaten to kill anyone. Mark Green accused Greeno of being involved. Greeno called the cops. He was scared. Then she went missing and found dead in her vehicle beside some railroad tracks. Yes, far away from where she would ever go. Okay. Another suicide. Okay. right, so let me take a look at the chat here because hurting my eyes trying to see that laptop. Let's get in here. Keep it going. Rafi says Greeno had a. Oh shit. Okay. Jeez. Come on. There's a police report. Greeno had a video of Mark Green approaching Greeno, calling him out on the murders. It was at some beer fest. They drugged her. Yeah, it seems to be a popular thing. Hot shotting or something to that effect seems to be a popular thing. Diamond Eyes says, yep. Get me a coffee so you can get one too. Oh, thank you, but I have some water right now. Thank you, Azagate. It's been quite a while ago. I'm trying to say hello to everyone. Okay, or at least check out most of these. Welcome in. Didn't he say he found out right when he got to Florida about his bestie cat? Where was this stuff submitted to? I answered that. That was ISP, Doug Carter and Brian Harshman, among others. Okay, I see we got a bunch of trolls. Let me fuck with them. Let's see. Okay. Let me get them out of here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's all been tipped into law enforcement a while ago, last year. Okay. Oh, there you go. Friends with Colton Creasy. Whole other subject. Whole other subject. But yes, all of them. Where Greeno can answer that in the chat if he chooses to. Were you friends with Julian Powell? Was Shane Meehan friends with Colton Creasy? All right, so let me. I see that. I know who's in here too. I know who's under those troll accounts because, boy, they're just so obvious. Thank you, Lead with Love. I see you left a super chat. Thank you so much. I'll get to it. Thank you so much, Lead with Love. I see it on the iPad. Let's see. Everything's been tipped in last year. Just the tip. Exactly. But it never works, though. Sweet dude is flirting with Luis Cuevas. Okay. All right. The Curious Chickpea says, nice work with all of the connections. I started obsessing about this a year ago after talking to Agent Darlene. Well, I don't know who Agent Darlene is. Trust must be earned, though. Yes. The tips weren't vetted. I don't even think they were looked at. I think they were put to the side. Okay. Meow, meow. Welcome in. I see you coming in. Welcome in, young lady. Okay. I have 5 tips to Coy Cox, and he responded twice. Coy Cox is trying to solve cases. He's boots on the ground. Well, no wonder then, because ISP doesn't give you a damn response, but once a year, with the most mind-blowing tip, you might get 1 response in a year or 2. Okay, how crazy is all this info has been? It's going to get crazier. There's more. Obviously, Indiana in general is not the place tips need to be sent in. No, they need to go to the FBI at this point. Okay. Okay, read the chat back to him. Aaliyah Martin, Sultry DVDs. Okay. He had an ad in the newspaper posting his studio wanting to start a teen movie night. Yes. What's up, Rafi? I see you come in. Okay. Thanks for all the welcome. My shifts are not lining up a live stream, so I'm going to go back to the start, but have a great chat. Well, have a great replay, meow meow. I know. I have trouble saying it because it conflicts with our meow, the other meow. Okay. Noe says, good job, Prof. EOA just dropped a comprehensive video that highlights many of our discoveries, breadcrumbs, and anomalies. All the truth-seeking people will appreciate EOA's new drop. Combined with the Prof is the plot. I did see his balloons video. Okay, red balloons, red flags. Each one of those balloons is a red flag, oddly enough. Excellent, Prof. Well, excellent, Lisa. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to catch up with you guys, so pardon me for blazing through this. Greeno's a member of the troll farm. They pay him to make videos for him. Well, that's true. Greeno has to earn a living by making troll farm videos for the trolls. There is going to come a time when all this shit is going to add up. Oh, there's going to come a time when all this shit is going to add up and everyone's going to be like, oh, I guess there might have been a prostitution ring after all. Like I have been saying, there's no difference in the ring between the meth ring and the human trafficking. It went hand in hand. Problem is, Greeno scams and businesses fail as fast as they're created, so there isn't enough time to investigate them. You weren't alone in that, Prof. Oh, which part, Sunflower? Okay. Now, Rex Stardust says, I think True Detective Season 1 was based off Carroll County. I haven't seen True Detective Season 1, so I can't make a snarky comment. Way less than Brad Holder, Patrick Westphal, Elsfields, Rods, and many other. I'm grateful I got away from some of the other fools. Okay, sorry guys, I'm trying to blaze through this. Digital, use the YouTube feature to set half or quarter speed. Okay. He's threatened many. Yeah, so I must be getting close. So yeah, so Greeno, come into the chat if you're still around. If you put the phone down, I can't address what we're talking about, but hi, Blessings Galore. You coming in? Welcome in, Blessings. Welcome in for Baby Daddy. Long time no see. Long time no see for Baby Daddy. You guys coming in late. Wayward too. Welcome in, Wayward. Coming in late. I hope you turned that into LE. Yes, I have. Okay. Okay. I should back it up. I did back it up. But thanks for becoming a member for 6 months. I see that Preckerson has become a member for 6 months. Thank you. Okay. Greetings, Prof. and gang. What's up, Kenneth? Welcome in. Sheriff of Will Nottingham. Prof and I are on the live stream, and we mentioned Pearlie Armstrong. Or we were on a live stream and mentioned Pearlie Armstrong being a troll account of Thomas Frost, and Greeno threatened to kill him for that. That's exactly what happened, and it was ridiculous. You can't keep threatening to kill people. That's not proper. Liba Love, thank you for the super chat, and you're not furious? Please hit the thumbs up, everyone, and thank you. Okay. All right. Please hit the thumbs up, yes. Thank you so much. Pearlie Armstrong of Walking Dead. Yes, his favorite show. All right. Digital on keyboard to the right of letter M are 2 arrowheads. When YouTube settings are on, these arrowheads advance and rewind 1/4 second video frame rates. I ain't no expert, but it works. I've never heard that before, but it looks good. Chat was awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of arguing I had to skip over. Let's see. Holy crap. Is that the girl who ended up dead? Yes, Kyra Boning. Sorry, I couldn't contain myself when Greeno popped in after seeing that stuff. What, did you yell or something? Levittown, Tampa, Indianapolis, Florida. There you go. There you go, Lisa. That is your sultry DVD's connection there. Your porn connection. Green lock is a 6th grade P that kills his way out of bed. Determined big bug. What's up? Welcome in, Sandy. Welcome in, Sandy D. And welcome in. Oh, I said hi. I said hi, blessings. Welcome in. All right. All right, guys. I'm trying to get. Oh, you want me to play the the Gray Hughes getting trespassed? That was a funny moment, and he scurried. He scurried. He scurried like Benjamin Diener. He jumped ship. That rat jumped ship. Okay, scam alert. I don't know who you are. Okay, Greeno. Okay. All right. I almost caught up, maybe. All right, here we go. 11:04. I'm 5 minutes out, guys. Welcome in, Judy Hathaway. You don't comment much, but here you are. Oh yeah, let me do my little speech here that I always do. Is that everyone who's just lurking, please join the chat. Join the chat. We'd love to have you to argue, to slam each other, to compliment each other, to celebrate each other, to discuss, to debate, and to agree. In all ways, we love conversation. Conversation is good. What's not allowed is the straight up abuse. As long as it's not abuse, you're welcome in the chat. All right. I'm just trying to blaze through these to catch up with you. Okay. I'm the same, Judy. I come so I can hear honest truth about the facts, and this is one of very few doing it. Well, thank you for saying that nicely, Kenneth. Yeah, please. Also, part of my speech is hit the like button. You know what to do. You're fighting allergies. I am as well. I am as well. 70 in the bushes. Been following. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on into the chat. Been following this from a distance for years. Brand new to YouTube, and damn, I got lucky finding Prof. I'm mind blown. I will say this, EOA is an answer to my prayers. I did get a response to one of my tips. I am holding on to hope. Wow. Well, that's great. That's great you got a response. That's a rarity, I'm telling you. That is a rarity. Okay. Eye in the sky. Yeah, well, I'm understanding more and more of EOA, and I think he literally is the eye in the sky. Okay. Thank you for being kind. I'm slowly figuring out. I always feel like I'm so behind in comparison to the mind-blowing knowledge y'all have, but I promise I'll catch up. Won't be this quiet. Check out the Sinister Tarot deck. It is designed by Christos based with the Order of the Nine Angels. Very disturbing. Oh, I've caught up with the chat. Have I? Is that what that means? Yeah. I've caught up with the chat. Okay, so yeah. So now, so now what I'll do, any questions? Okay, any questions? Now's the time. Any questions? Now's the time. And Greeno, if you want to come in and answer questions in the chat, now's the time. I figured out this super chat shit. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's nice of you. Thank you. There was no fight in chat. It was a Greeno spit roast. Thank you, Simone. Okay. Lead with Love says, when you don't quite get EOA, just groove with the music. He's always had great selections of music. Hey, should I do this? Why don't I do this until someone has a question? Okay, if you have a question in the chat, do this. Put a Q, put a big Q, and then state your question. Okay, and then I'll answer those questions. In the meantime, maybe I can do that. I can let me review. Let's see. I'm going to review the EOA video, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do a funny little thing here. Let's see if I can make it work. Jeez, man, this is never ending. Okay, let's see if I can get it. Here we go. Sandy says, EOA is definitely eye in the sky. We just don't even know how much we're being surveilled. Yeah, guess what? Remember when Doug Carter said, we have an aerial view, a complete puzzle of what happened to the girls that day? Do you guys remember him saying that? I have it recorded. Do you guys remember him saying that? Oh, Doug Carter? You guys remember that? He said, we have an aerial view, a complete puzzle of what happened to the girls that day. Well, guess what? What does EOA imply? Yeah, what does EOA imply? So let me do this. I am going to do one simple game. Okay, this is the simple game I'm going to do. I'm going to repeat every single balloon that was raised in EOA's video. So it's my contention that all the red flags are the red balloons. And so I'm going to attempt to read every single phrase in the balloons from the video as I'm able to. Okay, so let me give it a try. And that should be a fun game while you guys figure out what to ask me or what to tell me. Okay, so here's what we're going to go through. We're going to go through some red flags. Okay, I'm going to try to go fast because those balloons were flying pretty damn fast. So here, I'm going to give it a stab. Okay, you ready for this? BG firearm is not a Sig Sauer P226. No time of death, TOD. Thermal drone, no results. Secure, unspent round, who found it? Cyber stalking. BP's Promise Not to Tell book, drop. Mike Patty to Doug Carter, you owe me. Jermaine, she 14, bro. Search called off. Kelsey on Anthony Shots, I wish. Doug Carter, watch the mannerisms. Unspent round, no chain of custody. Becky Patty, we took 2 routes in case the girls tried to walk home. Mike Patty, midnight canoe ride. Girls, no social media for days. Mike Patty, they stuck together till the end. Articles, newscasts disappearing. We call it wiped. Becky Patty, tipped in the Odinist. Moved and staged. Kelsey, erased data from Libby's accounts. 3 teen girls on the trails the same time Richard Allen claims to have seen 3 girls. Gravel pit, X marks the spot. Blood drained. Abby Snapchat Converse logo photoshopped on the wrong side of the fucking shoe. Abby's first ever bridge crossing, hands in pocket. Patty's premature rush to the trail. Broad daylight. Pause. Remember what I said about my visit to Delphi. Keep going. 77 days of lost interviews. Meth dealers. Kim Thompson, polygraphs. She's dead. Hiding in plain sight. When I take my last breath, says Doug Carter, I'll be thinking about the family. That's what he says. Okay, there are more coming. There are more coming. We'll attempt to read through every single red flag for you guys. Troll farm again. Money laundering and bribes. Okay. Next ones are coming. Comet 45P. Betsy Blair describes a comet vehicle. Banana pancakes. Sticks arranged at the scene, and I've shown them to you many times. Doug Carter and Bridge Guy. Concentrate on his neck down. His mannerisms. Screenshot, no metadata. Mike Patty, same fidget as Bridge Guy. Elvis Fields describes crime scene. Abby's boyfriend was Logan Holder. Unspent round not in BAU analysis. Betsy Blair describes a comet. Oh, we've said that. Betsy Blair believed the girls to be Abby and Libby. Kelsey knew exactly what they were wearing. Kelsey and Cody cross bridge together. Satellite imagery is good shit. Nobody saw the clothes in the creek on February 13th. Kelsey talks to Anthony Schatz for 5 minutes at the police station. No red flags. Marathon gas erased the tape. Hard drive damaged. Empty bridge night photo. Kelsey, they were both wearing my sweatshirt. Becky Patties, they have our girls. Abby, hotel photo used for Snapchat, allegedly. Scream heard at scene, 2 a.m. Police did not respond. Bullet disclaimer on PCA. Geofence data could have solved 1 week. 3 shoes on private drive in creek under Abbey. 3 shoes on private drive in creek under Abbey. Betsy Blair describes a young guy with bushy hair. Tunnels. Abby sleeve in VG video. Prove it. Kelsey, they were both wearing my sweatshirts. New direction. Dogs were called off prematurely. No DNA. Jesse Snyder framed also. Bad Brad 213. Sealed PCA. Becky Patties, they have our girls. Multiple sketches. Libby skinny jeans still missing. There were 2 deer above them. Tara fails to ask Cheyenne if she saw anyone. People directed away. Trail cam footage. Patty's failed to search Anna's house. Oracle of Delphi Hercules. Hercules store. Miranda rights take 15 seconds to read. 213. Kelsey's drop-off inversions. Richard Allen, February 15th, initial contact, loss or erased. Brady Wilbur describes a very tall BG. Abby Snapchat origin still unclear. Controlled narrative. Freezing creek water was high that day. Fake Abby Snapchat. Abby Snapchat origin still unclear. Librato, at least one was sacrificed. Kelsey's 6 drop-off versions. Tips ignored. Pixels do not mutate. What happened to the Dropbox? Satellite imagery is good shit. Okay, Doug Carter also claimed nobody has been cleared, but technically cleared Holder twice. Yeah, the clearing makes 0 sense, right? 0 sense with the clearing. They are cleared, they're not cleared, no one's cleared. Remember, Doug Carter said after the arrest of Richard Allen, Doug Carter said, no one has been cleared. Okay, I think I just read every balloon. I may have missed one or two. I apologize if I did. Yes, he also said young bridge guy was a person responsible for the murders, and he also looked aggravated that they arrested Richard Allen while he was out of town at the last presser. He said, "We're not done. FBI number still up." And yeah, okay. Check out SBIRS satellite. It's wild. Thankful for EOA. Troll farm balloon pops. Yeah, and why didn't they go to check in? As it was right there everywhere. That before that, yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? The deer. Yeah, they found the girls because the deer. And remember, it's Deer Creek. And remember, did you ever see the Fouts family history that I posted about the deer? It's on a community page somewhere a year down. Okay. Oh, it's a shame it had to happen that way. Yeah. Okay. I think I've caught up with the chat. Okay, I caught up with the chat. So let me go back and look at the questions. Oh, man. Who was the guy in black? Who was in the back of Tobe's car at Riley Park? Okay, do you know if Cheyenne ever described the car that Derek and Tara were in that day? No. I I doubt she would have. I don't know the answer to that. So that's a big I don't know. Is it recorded anywhere that Abby had a phone on her that day? Only through rumor. I always thought it weird that Libby did nothing about it if Abby did. Wait. I always thought it weird that Abby did, but nothing about if Abby. I always thought it weird that Libby did, but nothing about if Abby did. The rumor is that Abby did. That's the rumor. All right. That was a lot of balloons. I paused and used a magnifier. It was a lot of balloons. Yeah, I have a task for one of our viewers. If he comes across, there's a certain viewer I'm waiting for. He is not in the chat tonight, but when he comes around, I'm going to ask him to help out with a certain task that he's good at. Why did several people say they didn't know Highbridge existed? Text me about that. Let's see. All right. Was there an old shack between Wilson Bridge and where the girls were found? Yes. Chances Abby didn't have a phone that day, 0.0. That's what I'm getting at. All right, so hey, I've caught up with the chat. I feel like the show's over. I feel like we did a good job. We got through it. I was hoping that Greeno would come in to. He was trying to yell and come in when I was doing my reading, but now would be a time to ask questions in the chat. But hey, you're welcome to do so in the comment section once the video is posted shortly. Anyhow, I feel like I think we did a good show. It's rather late, and it is a Wednesday night, so. Who do the other geofence phones belong to? The ones that Nicholas McClelland does not want. Okay, the ones that Nicholas McClelland does not want. Brought up in trial. Who do those phones belong to? Wouldn't it be pertinent and concerning? If there's an explanation, what's the problem with the fact that there were other phones that were geofenced there? If there's an explanation, what's the explanation? There are major symbols of the Odins. Mentioning them is like saying I am part of the cult. All right, so I appreciate everyone for being here, especially those of you who managed to rescue the chat with the second half of the chat. Thank you for sticking around. And I know we have a lot of lurkers who did not join the chat. What a shame. But if you're on the replay, you surely can include your thoughts in the comment section below. You can join the conversation. It's an important conversation. We're asking questions, okay? We're asking questions because it seems that the whole resistance that I'm picking up in this strange ass scene on YouTube and Facebook is that there's a whole contingent of people who don't want you to ask questions. Okay, we're supposed to be satisfied now that Richard Allen is arrested and it's all over. You know, that's the vibe I'm getting. We're supposed to be satisfied now that Richard Allen is arrested, and we're supposed to shut up and be grateful that someone's been arrested, and we're supposed to shut up and go away and not have any questions. And the thing is, these people don't seem to get how it works, in that the way it works is that we have trial, and at trial, evidence is presented, and a jury, which is supposed to be representative of the larger body of people, hears the evidence, sees the evidence, deliberates the evidence, and then comes to a decision about that presentation from the prosecution and the rebuttal from the defense to that presentation. And as far as I am aware, none of that has happened yet. None of that has happened. Not only that, even the jurors are allowed to have questions, right? So being that we are not jurors and a trial has not even happened, much less have been concluded, we do have questions. And surprise, surprise, we will have questions when everything is concluded. And the more fuss you raise about our questions, the more questions come. Don't you realize the vicious cycle you're creating? Your, what's the word? Exasperation of our questions just cause us to have questions about why you're behaving that way. And not to mention the gang stalking, the trolling, the abuse, the harassment. It lights up questions. Okay. And so the thing is, you guys, and this is directly to the trolls. Every single time that you mention the fact that people who think like us or have questions are contaminating the jury pool, well, you reveal your actual intentions. It's confession by projection. So it is very clear to us what your agenda is, and that is contaminating the jury pool. This is why Richard Allen is walked around like he is Hannibal Lecter. This is why the entire contingent of you have already convicted the accused and try to shut down anyone who has any questions about anything regarding this case, because your intention is to contaminate the jury pool, or to say in another way, you want to influence the potential future jurors with the insinuation that Richard Allen is definitely guilty of killing both Abigail Williams and Liberty German, and that he is a monster, which is the reason that you do what you do, you say what you say, you behave the way that you behave, and you attack who you attack. So what it really reveals is that you don't want people thinking like people. You don't want people thinking at all. You want people convicting the man before he even steps foot into his trial. And so this confession by projection, because you're bad at it, you're bad at your job, you've revealed that your sole purpose is the influencing of potential future jurors. Well, the more you push, the more we go. And I think you all should have seen that by now, being that last year you were trying to shut us down, shut us up, silence us, frighten us, run us off, take us down, however you want to say it, threaten us. I mean, you don't see that just shit hasn't worked. The more you do, the more I'm going to try. We won't stop. We just want the truth, whatever it is. As bad as the state has done so far, I'm pretty sure the jury will see through the chaos too. Question everything, always, never stop learning. Think of it, we come together for a higher reason. How can a jury be selected in this state that isn't at least familiar with the facts of this case? Maybe the Amish. It's just shocking more people aren't outraged like the good people in this awesome chat. Between Prof, EOA, and Little Joe, the trolls are fucked. The truth is coming. It's already coming out, buddy. It makes it real easy to spot the trolls, and who will be honest? Law enforcement officers. They're an accomplice to the crime if they're not. All right, so that's the show. That's all we got. Thank you all for being here. I am disappointed. More people with countering opinions did not come into the chat and display any sort of bravery or guts to come and say what they wanted to say, discuss what they wanted to discuss, and argue the points, because they were welcome, and they did not come. So unfortunately, we did not get to reason with these folks. But look, anyone on the replay, be aware that you do have the option of leaving a comment, and we will try to respectfully address your comments in every way possible. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Simone. Yeah. They don't want to say, but they be watching. Oh, yeah, they're recording me. I mean, they record every show I do. Okay. Yeah, the ultimate judge is God, because he exists, and he's the reason that we're able to keep going. Okay, so we love God, we love each other, and we love you. We do. God loves you. Yeah, I wish that you guys would have come into the chat and addressed some of the points that we covered tonight. Thank you. It's so nice to chat with people. Okay. I respect all well-thought, educated opinions, even if they don't agree with mine. Well, we've already gone over that. Lead with love. You can go back and rewind. That was username Chubber Penguin. And as I mentioned, the penguin is a symbol. We covered that fairly well. We covered it all very well. And so it is there for you to go back and enjoy and pause and zoom and do all the things you want to be able to understand what was presented. And God bless you all. Yes, heavy topics. Please give yourself some care. Okay, good night, everyone. Stay safe and take care. Good night, Noe. I see you leaving. God Thing says, good night to all. I'm working the next 2 nights, so I'll try to pop on if you are here during my breaks. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes, it's heavy and dense. And this whole case is this. That's why I prefaced this whole discussion tonight with the following. I said to you, I'm not excited about this discussion tonight, but I am excited to see everyone This entire case is surrounded with a sphere of insanity, of hate, of rage, of anger, of evil. Do you wonder why? Thank you again to our new member, Mevin, to It's a God Thing, to Precascent, and to Lead with Love for your amazing support tonight with your super chats and memberships. And thank you, everyone here. Please hit the like. Please hit the like before you leave on the way out. Please hit the like. I'd appreciate that. We love it. And also, ladies and gentlemen, there is more, but we won't be covering it tonight. But there is more, and we will be getting into it. I couldn't just handle everything in one conversation, especially when the chat was devolving into sheer chaos. But we love you, and good night.